wake of Antony Joshua's shock defeat to Andy Ruiz, which I have a video done, I need to put it both up actually, but in the wake of that defeat, questions have been asked about Joshua, of course, questions, people have questioned his chin, his heart, his mindset, and I've always said, from up until maybe, I think around the Joseph Parker fight, I watched a review after the Dillian White fight, I can't remember his name, it's Ade, apologies for forgetting his YouTube subscription, his YouTube name, but Ade, and he started off this thing, hashtag bring back Femi, and I think now more than ever is when it's needed. What does hashtag bring back Femi back? Well, if you cast yourselves back to the Dillian White fight back in 2015, Dillian White outspokenly, called Joshua fake, blah blah blah, and mentioned that one of his statements was, "The man's name is Femi." That's how fake he is, and he said, "Name Joshua." Joshua cleared up the rumors and said, "It's Joshua Femi. It's Antony Femi Joshua or something." Something like that. It's his middle name or his part of his Nigerian name or whatever it is. But in that period, Joshua again, he had that tenacity, he had that, he was less of the media, he wasn't humbled, he was a bit more, there was a bit more devil in him, he had a bit more hunger, even in that fight, when he was Femi, in a sense, he had that, people would say that was his street name, that was his hunger, he had that hunger when he was Femi, and the better he got, obviously, the more he had to tighten up his PR, the more, obviously, he was widened to the public, the more people knew him, so obviously he had to hunger down on him, but he just had that more of a hunger, I guess, in the early stages of his career. And you think to yourself, is it time to really forget all this good boy act, to really be as hungry as you can possibly can? Because now he's at the bottom of the food chain, he's obviously lost to Ruiz, he needs to build himself back up, but he can't go into that. He was doing things like giving Ruiz some of his belts to hold. A true champion, you have to be hungry. You have to have a bit of devil in you. You have to be able to go deeper. And I feel like he needs to do that in the rematch. Up in camp, he needs to be a bit more aggressive. He needs to be hungry. He needs to be, and people are going to say to me, well, how is he going to be that if he's, just got knocked out? So he's going to be cautious, obviously. He's not going to be, no, but he needs to have the mindset to seek and destroy, not just say it, because he'll say it, but he has to have the mindset to do that. And I believe that him fighting Ruiz in a rematch, we need Femi back. We need Femi. Hashtag bring him back. He showed a bit of it after the Dillian White fight when he went crazy and said, "These heavyweights ain't ready for me, I'll destroy all of them," and he called Dillian White a fool and all these things and an idiot and stuff. We need that back. We saw a bit of Femi against Miller in the press conferences, and had a feeling that aggressive and hungry Joshua would come out. Because a lot of people said if that was Miller, it'd be a different Joshua, and I agree 100%. 100%. Of course, styles make fights, but we've got to admit that, against Miller, he would have had a point to prove. He would have been hungry. This man cussed his mum, this man called him this, pushed him. There's a different type of hunger when you don't like your opponent, and there's a different type of power he's going to show and really push everything he has. Against Ruiz, he was happy, it was a bit like Povetkin, everything was all sweet, but we get the best performances of Joshua. People will say the Klitschko fight, he wasn't really hungry, but he was hungry. He had that venomous grit to prove a point. Against Dillian White, to prove a point. White was questioning his heart, questioning this, So we need to see that again against in the rematch against Andy Ruiz. We want to see Femi. We need to see this beast. We need to see him come out. I feel like he needs to be more aggressive. He needs to get that jab out. And again, the reasons are really a talker, but since he's had the belt, he has been a bit more confident. He's been a bit more outspoken, as he should be. He's beaten the champ. He should be happy. He should be praising. Question is, will we come into the rematch overconfident and question Joshua's heart? Will Joshua have to speak up a bit more? I want to see it. I want to see that hunger. He needs to forget about being all this role model, humble man. You know, even when he lost, he was smiling. You know, it's time to get hungry. It's time to show that tenacity. It's time. We need to bring back the shut up Stormzy. You know, when he was playing, the shut up Joshua, he was playing Stormzy, and he was playing. We need that kind of Joshua back. You know, because until then, you know, this little nice guy. It's not gonna get him far. He needs a bit of it, and I believe that's one of the reasons I think that he can beat Ruiz if he gets that his old flame back that he used to have. He can definitely do. Of course, you need a good dance partner, you need a good rival to stir it up. But Joshua just needs to have that mean streak back in. We need Femi back, and until then, things will be interesting. You know, so again, I'll try and post the video. It's quite long, so YouTube had to not. But I need to post a video about what I think happened with Joshua in the Ruiz fight, and I think he needs to get rid of his trainer, etc. But that's all here and there. He needs to fix himself and his mindset, and he needs to be more hungry, I believe. And we need bring back Femi. I've said it again. We need Femi back out. We need him. So like, subscribe, and share your comments. What do you think? I'm out.